So what I've got on my desk right now is the Maoncaster. Now, about 1,000,000 years ago, I did a video on this on my main channel, and I promised I would do some more videos. So I've got it on my desk right here. So this is going to be a video about the capabilities of this little mixer here, and I'm going to try and do it as live as possible. I have recorded it, but hopefully I'll just put it as live as possible without actually editing, so you'll see it all in real time. As you can see, I'm using this right now. You can see the little mixer things going a little dancing a heaven. They're dancing, put it that way. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and get some more mics on here as well. Okay, so talk into the mic. So we're going to put this one here as a condenser microphone, and yeah, it's just the one that I usually use in a lot of my videos, and it's very, very nice sounding mic. We've also got this here as well, which is the Shure SM7B. So we'll see if I can get that through it as well, see if it works. Well, I've already tried it, spoiler alert, and I can get it to work, but we will hear all those conclusions in this video. So that's what we're going to be doing initially in this video. Also, what I've also got here on my desk, I don't know if you can see it in this camera here. Maybe you see it in this one, maybe. Here we are here. Right, so I've got the SE Dynamite here, which is a preamp. Now this is actually on it right now, and I'm using the Rode Procaster mic at the moment. It's running through this here, and the gain at the moment is literally just past 50%. I would say it's about 55%, and we're roughly at the level that we should be at. The volume is all the way up. So if this has a weakness straight away, I would say that the preamps, although as you can hear, are very nice sounding preamps, but they may just not be very powerful. Let's just say that. But we will test that, and we'll see if they are powerful enough for, especially for the Shure SM7B. So let's go. As I say, we've got this working straight away. So I think the first thing that we'll try is just see how well it sounds with this condenser mic here. Okay, and now here we are. We're on the Sontronics STC-2 microphone. Now I'm going to try and make them the same sort of levels, so you're not having to put the volumes up or down. I'm literally just using the meters here. So hopefully, well, I'll get the right camera. Hopefully you'll see that they are around about the right. They're probably just a little bit less, actually. So if I turn them up just a little bit more, that's probably the same levels as they were before. Let me know in the comments if I've got it right. Okay, so that's a little bit alarmingly is that it's already at 75%, and that is for a condenser mic. Now, usually when I use mixers, condenser mic is roughly, depending on the one, is roughly around about 50%. Anytime I've used an audio interface, roughly around about 50% if I've got a dial. I have got a microphone right here. I'll just show you. This is the CK-Movo, and focus, damn you. XXX. I can never say this one. This is why I've never done a video on it. The CK-Movo SXM3. There's another reason why I've not ever done a video on this, is because they did send it for me for reviews. You can't buy it. You can't buy it. So I'm thinking, what is the point in me doing a video about this microphone if you actually can't buy it? It's pointless. I've asked them why, and they say they just want videos out there. They want videos out there, and that's been over. I've probably had this for almost a year, and they still haven't got anything out. So that's why I just didn't do a video on it, because I didn't see the point. What's the point in teasing you with a microphone if it's not going to work? I failed to make a point on why I mentioned that microphone. The reason why is because that particular microphone has got a tremendously small amount of gain needed for it to work. So it'd be perfect for the Maoncaster if you can't buy it. So there we go. So that is the, I mean, they didn't pay, unless they want to pay me here, I'll do it then. So this is the Maoncaster, and as you can see, it's working fine just with this mic. Now what I will do is I'm going to turn off the little noise reduction button here, the denoise button. Now it is quite, basically that's normal. Now before, I'm trying to hear if I can hear any distortion. If I turn this up a little bit more, nope. I'm happy to say there's no interference or any distortion. So that is good. That's good. So as I say, I'm quite happy now to move on to go back to this Rode, I can never remember what it's called, Rode Procaster, and then we'll see how it works without you know, my little preamp Dynamite here. Right, as you can see, I'm back on the Rode Caster. Nope, the Rode Procaster. I will never ever get that mic down. Honestly, I will never get it. Rode, you've got to change your microphones. They're so goddamn confusing. Right, okay. So as we can see in the drop down, I've taken off the preamp, and it's running now just directly into the Maoncaster, and the gain is 100%. It's 100%. There's no other way to describe it. This is maxed out, and I reckon it's just below what it was before, what I was doing before. This is still perfectly fine. This is still absolutely perfectly fine, but I reckon it needs just needs to be a little bit higher. I'm doing it. At the end of the day, I'm doing a live stream right now, and that's the environment that I wanted to sell this to you. If I am selling it to you, I don't know if I'm selling it to you. I'm showing it off to you. I'm practicing it with you. Whatever. That's what I wanted to do, because when you're using a mixer, it's going to be for a live stream. It has to be for a live stream. I think that if this doesn't work in a live stream situation, then there's no point in using it. There's no point. But it's just okay for a live stream, because if I get really, really loud, I'm going to clip. Okay. So this doesn't have a compressor on it. So if you get really, really loud, you can't have the gain really, really loud like I had before. So maybe this is the right level. So basically it ticks it just ticks it. The one thing I will say is it doesn't look too good. It doesn't look too good. It doesn't look too good for this mic here, the Shure SM7B, because that needs at least 5 or 6 more dB of gain when I'm running it through my Rodecaster Pro. So that's the next thing we're going to test. We're going to test this Shure SM7B. Okay, like a complete and utter idiot, when I was editing the video, I realised that I hadn't actually recorded any footage of the Shure SM7B without the cloud lifter. Well, it's not a cloud lifter, it's the SE Dynamite. You can see it here, that it's actually plugged into my Rodecaster Pro here. So you can hear that this is completely just this microphone. Now, as I say, we are totally maxed out, completely maxed out, and the levels are only reaching about 5 or possibly 6, maybe 7 if I'm, in fact, they're really only about 4, and everything is maxed out. So I think you can draw your own conclusion about that. Right, so here we are. You hear me a little bit louder, can't you? And the levels here, if we look down here, the levels are pretty much where they were before. Okay, and I am at just before I don't know, about 60%, maybe 60%. Obviously, the volume's up, everything's up maximum. Other than that, and this is what it sounds like without the denoise button on. Quite a bit of hiss I can hear. So the problem with so much hiss in the background is when you do speak, you might not pick it up, but if you've got really good headphones on, you will definitely pick it up. There will be a kind of buzz around my voice. I can't really hear that in the headphones right now, so that's a good thing. But the good news is this absolutely works with a Shure SM7B. And to be honest with you, every time you buy every time anybody talks about a Shure SM7B, they always say, you know, get one of these, you know, a preamp, a cloud lifter, an SE Dynamite, you know, a Fathead, whatever. You need some sort of preamp to run this mic here. So as far as I'm concerned, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. You still need to buy a preamp, and it does work with the Shure SM7B. So I've got no problems with it at all. This will run the Shure SM7B. So as far as I'm concerned, this, if that's what you are wondering, if this little box here could run a Shure SM7B, or it could run one of a dynamic mic like the Rode Procaster, which usually need a little bit more, obviously dynamic mics need a lot of gain, then the answer to that question is 100% yes. You've heard it here. This is all live, and I'll just put this up to YouTube without any editing. I did forget to press the pause button, so I will have to edit a little bit, but it's exactly how it would be if you were live streaming with this Maoncaster here. So if you're live streaming, this is exactly how it would be. But bear in mind, all the levels are maximum. That's fine. That's fine. Not the gain, but everything else is the mix, and the volume is completely maximum. Now, if you're wondering what gain means and volume and mix and things, well, this is the mix between what I'm looking at here, the mix here. This is the mix between if you had music. As you see, you've got mix here and you've got mic. So this is purely mic. The next one is mix. So that would be the combination of music and mic, because you have got a side chain here, which is a great little, it's basically ducking. So if you speak and you've got music in the background, musical volume will go down and you'll still be able to hear your voice. Very, very good feature, that. I must admit, it really is very good. So from that point of view, that is what the mix means. Now, volume is just the volume of your voice. That's pretty easy, right? But the difference between the gain is, the way I heard it being described in a couple of videos, actually, it's not, I can't take credit for this, is the gain is pretty much your water pressure, okay? The water pressure is the gain. So if you could have more gain, you've got more water pressure, and this is the tap or the faucet. How hard or how much you turn on the tap, basically. You can turn the tap all the way up, but if you don't have much water pressure, then you're not going to have a decent shower, or you're not going to be able to wash dishes or fill up the sink very quickly. But if you get really good water pressure, you then can adjust how much you put on your volume or turn the tap, and that's the best way I've heard it described. So hope that clears that up. So there, I may do some more videos on it, showing the side chain function, because that's a really good function. The rest of it is not for me. The rest of it, with all the little pitches and all this kind of effects, like
this sort of stuff
and that sort of stuff, and it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'll never ever use it. Maybe you will, but I think it's a bit gimmicky. The pads obviously can be used and can be programmed and things, but from that point of view, it really would just be the side chain button here that I would use, and yeah, pretty much that is it, other than what I'm using it for right now. So I hope that helps, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.